Well, good day there, me fellow gobos. It's good to see you all, everyone else, including Ace to Face and Pandemonium being on there. I guess I had to take a wee bit of a gander. And yes, believe it or not, that is actually me game face. You'd be amazed how many knives those chainmail gauntlets have actually broken over the years. Yes, true Illigan, deal with it. Anyway, figured this is the usual thing to say thank you all for letting me cast your Season 10 all the way through, because the fun part is, if you have these playoffs this weekend, I give you no guarantees I'm going to be available to help out on that one. You might have to suffer everyone else. Go figure. Well, that's what happens when you're down there at a tournament, you know, and your ears full of hookers, cocaine, drink, and all the rest of the good things that makes life worth living. Sorry about that, lads. I'll have to check to see if those girls of the night have Wi-Fi. Anyway, if they do, well, maybe you can have the cast with a couple of extra guests on the side, if you know what I mean. Anyway, lads, you're not here to hear me talk. You're here to catch the cast among everything else. Just advance warning, yes, we're going to have a wee bit of fun with this one, because we said this might be the last one, so we're going to have a wee bit of fun. At the same time, as we're going to explain to all of you, and you're going to hear the pain as the game goes on, it's playoffs. Sometimes things go right, sometimes things go wrong, and some days the bear really does get you and rips your bloody face off. It happens, lads, and in playoffs, even more so as the stress gets to you. You think you can do this easy? You get to the bloody playoffs of a major tournament, let alone even this one here, and I'll tell you, it's time to add that little extra white powder to your balls, and I'm not talking about the stuff you spilled off the hooker's ass. Anyway, are we ready to have a wee bit of good footy here? I do believe from what I hear from you lot there starting the chant. And we can hear the music's getting started up. Maybe it's time to get this one started in here. Okay, lads, so here we go. Let's get things warmed up. Maybe it's time to have one last broadcast one more time. Alright, Constable Ed, one more time. Let's flip the coin, and let's of course keep the coin, because we had to get paid for broadcasting the last of the games leading up to the great Season 10 finale. This is it. Final four. It's the last two lads, and they're going to make a fight of it. So here you are. It's those dreaded, and you can hear the supporters utterly despise Chorfs. And they're going to have to deal with, yeah, you've got it. They're going to have to play against the Nurgles. It's been a long road for these teams. But they're here, and now they get to play for the pleasure, nay, the privilege of once more going at the finals. And we can see what we got set up here. The Nurgles are going to kick off to the Chorfs. Let's get this one started. And, well, any player the pass will simply cannot going to move into any place he actually wants to be.
Boo! You suck!
Thank you for that comment. So he's going to come trotting all the way. It's a good play, considering if he actually does catch it, well, that settled that one, didn't it?
Boo! You suck!
Thank you. And let's get this started. Early hit, early mighty blow injury. That's a total disaster. Unfortunately, that's already going to turn the tide. Fortunately, regeneration does come through, but immediately smashing it. Has the multi-blow, no claw, and he go ahead and he clears a play off. Wow, that's going to make Nurgle slow. As you can see here, Pastoral Symphony, they've got the fame, of course, because they're in their home stadium. What's sucking again? Not that the supporters care. Here we've bust them in from all across the league, and of course he's bought a wizard. As you can see there, double skull. So he's had to re-roll that. Well, so much for his great start, but now if only things are stopping up a little bit. And let's see, one more solid block. Well, it's a wrestle. Well, we know what that's going to lead to. That's going to be a foul bait right there. Oh, I'm not even going to hazard a guess at that one. Now Rotter goes down. He's lucky he's actually a true survivor. And now the Trolls start thinking about actually getting this bloody ball. So in he comes. Nothing too surprising. Oh, you can see here, he's decided anything he can do. And look what he's going to do. He's going to try and, do the thing on poor Fluffy there.
Go suck a dick, suck a dick, suck a motherfucking dick. Suck a dick, suck a huge or small.
And you can see, once again, easy injury, sad to say. And it looks like, well, we don't have fair refereeing for this one here. Constable Williams, once again, seems to be on the payroll. That's not surprising. Clearly, you've never read Section 12 of the bloody guidebook, have you? Anyway, carrying on. There's a foul. There's a quick injury. Lucky for him, regeneration kicks in a second time, but now you're down 2 key players. Well, Nurgle's got themselves, let's be blunt here, it's a bit of an interesting disaster here to start off the first half. Immediately, hot dice are doing a crippling damage. Can anything go back the other way?
Ah, this is bad!
And yeah, you can see, blown off the kitty, it's suddenly gone the other way. Bull Centaur, miss next game. And suddenly, Nurgle's going right back into this one here. So far, not all entirely one way. Like, sure, they've cleared 2 off, but now you out of player 2, and these 2 are coming back at least. So now Nurgle's got to try and play the patient game. But is this coach known for being patient? Well, you all tell me. You watch the cast. You don't really tell me. This is going to be a tough one. So far, he's already had to stomach up 2 nasty little punishing hits, but he has gotten 1 surge speed right back. So don't get your testicles in a knot here, ladies and gobblers. This one's not over yet. Chorfs got the ball. Oh, look! He's sticking the boot in again. Because he's so nice.
And his name is John C.
Really? I thought it was the 3rd Cupid. Anyway, shows what I fucking know. Anyway, blitz away, solid hit into the Chorf. And down goes the little wanker. Of course, he's wishing that claw actually worked. This might be the only bloody miracle he's got in the team. Solid punch, he's got a stun. And that's what you get for being a dirty hobgoblin. Okay, I apologise for that remark, insulting all Bretonians out there. No one's as dirty as you. Anyway, carrying on. Oh, look. Here we go, returning the favour.
Okie dokie Loki.
Clearly someone needs to learn to put his cleats on before he throws a foul. Well, it's going to be one of those games, isn't it? Oh, well, supporters are in for a great day. And I think a surf is in your future unless you find a way out of this one. Which you could, but it's probably going to burn your blitz. Oh, look, he's going to give you a bit of a poser. He's going to give you 2 problems for the price of 1. Alright. Here's a thought. Why? Because if he does get out of this, you're actually in trouble, lad. Well, here's why. Easy hit. Into the crowd he goes. Well, fortunately, the fans have one answer.
But first, let me take a selfie.
I gotta love the fans here. Yeah, they've definitely picked what side they're really cheering for. So that's what happens when you ship in a couple of bus full of supporters, preferably ogre supporters. Oh, look, what were you thinking? You're a dwarf. Why are you dodging? Well, Nurgles, you're down 3 players. You're getting 3 of them back, though, so that's maybe the lucky thing. So how you want to play this one? Again, it's crazy as it sounds, you're going to have to play the patient game. Like, yes, you're saving this player, but if you got rid of this player, you could concentrate your fire and take out this little prat. And look what he's gotten himself into. A what you call clever plan, and he's even managed to surf the dwarf. And unfortunately, the dwarf seems to be quite alive. And then, of course, he fails the dodge. Well, no surprise, but at least he's not getting surfed. At least that's what he thinks. Of course, getting fouled, different matter entirely. And the Chorfs get right back to business. And the business is beatings, lots and lots of beatings. You know, that hasn't changed in years, lads. Well, he's down. See, this is why I would have said you might have wanted to concentrate fire here. Like, I see what you're trying to do, but now you've created this bit of a problem.
This is Sparta!
And there you go, a KO. Bravely done, I will admit, that was a good play. Gotten rid of that one, see? And now, if you're doing the count, that's right, this has become quite the day. And of course, you can't do anything, can you? Would you like to try that again?
Dragons!
Nope, does not trip the second time, but boy, that's a quick burning of rerolls, isn't it? But you're way out of position and you're down several players. You've pretty much only got him. Boy, that's a hell of a blitz, isn't it? Well, that's your play. Really? Well, he's got blodge, I'll give him that.
Oh my.
Well, right now you can hear right now the heroic cheering going on there, and they're quite absolutely delighted.
Better dead than Smeg.
Well, this is, of course, the Chorfs dealing. Yes, the Chorfs are doing their job, but that's 2 of the precious plays. Makes the dodge away. And he almost gets away with it, too. Spends the precious reroll for 2 dice, trying to get him moved in there. And now, unfortunately...
You know, Rock, he sure got some funny ideas about fun.
There goes another KO. Congratulations, you're down 5. What a day, isn't this one? And he's really... Yeah, he's trying to make it 6.
Brace yourself for a bit of a shock, Lister, but I just saw you die.
Well, he's not dead just yet. And the Chorfs suddenly end up... Well, they're stalling themselves up because, well... I'll agree, it's now their best strategy. If the guy is not going to do the clever, a crazy thing, well, you've got to start shaving players away and stay alive. Alright, is he blitzing out? Yes, he is. He gets the solid punch. Good for him. Doesn't do anything, but he'll take it. I've just got a question now. What about this bugger? Well, some crazy push me, push you. Dares makes the dodge. That is actually a pretty good move. Gets in here now. He's got things pretty covered. It's not looking so sure, is it? Because, quite frankly, from the Troll's viewpoint. But smartly moves in. Of course, this is where all this guard starts coming in handy. And believe me, he's going to use it. And he's going to also probably see if he can get a free surf out of this one. And about bloody time, foul appearance. He has to re-roll the foul appearance to try and get out of the mess. Chooses not to. Ends up having to use the ball carrier. But then he gets a lucky hit from the goblin.
You dirty double-crossing rat!
And, well, there's another KO, and yes, for those of you counting, we're down to 5 Nurgles on the pitch. Quite the turn this has been. He is so desperate to get the hit away, and yet all he ends up getting out of it is a push. And he spends a precious reroll doing it. Look, he already had the push the first time. But at this point, yeah, he's figuring it's getting late. He's got 2 rerolls. Why not spend another one on that one? It's just not working. The answer is that's why. And lucky for you, he's only stunned. So, Chorfs turn 7. And now, as they notice here, it's time to start moving the ball up. Not exactly the best screen. In fact, it's far from the best screen at all. And then you see, unfortunately, there, of course, was the crazy idea that actually worked.
Holy alphabet.
And you can see what it did. It got him a surf. Fails regeneration finally. That's what he wasn't looking for. Chorf coach saw right through it and saw a free surf. Maybe he doesn't score this drive. Looking good. But that he needed to do. And now you're doing the count. That's right. There's only 4 players left on the pitch. Oh, goody. He fouled that one up. So, not over yet. Does he actually get him? It's a 2-dice hit, and he got the solid punch. He's down.
You were the chosen one!
And there is the bright moment for the Nurgles. The ball is away, bounced down, no rerolls left. And he makes the punch away. Now, yes, I know, I'm pausing it up here. The ball's bounced away. What options do the Chorfs actually have? Well, they've got to get the ball to someone here. This one they'd love to get the ball to. He's probably the best one to pick it up and hand it off. So here's my crazy suggestion here to the Nurgles. Do you really want to throw the block, or do you want to guarantee he doesn't get this? Do you risk the 50% dodging to mark this up? You decide. Instead, he throws big hit. It's a big stun, but it makes you look at the dice he would have rolled. He would have marked it. Hell, it would have been rather interesting. So, here we go. Chorfs trying to clear this one away.
Crap!
Now he's got a stun, and that's it. And now he's picked up the ball. And you saw it right there. The bugger's actually got it. And then he's actually in. Well, there you go. 1-0. That was a hell of a defense.
Oh, hell no!
And, well, that's it for that drive. 1-0. Nurgles are lucky they do get to recover from those early hits and early regenerations. But look at the price paid. Chorfs are out 3 top players getting that score in. Now, admittedly, he doesn't get most of his KOs back, but the 2 regenerations, he'll gladly take. It's time for the patient game. Not out of reach, is it? Nurgles, of course, you can do a quick count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 players still left on the field. Chorfs, 1, 2, once he gets around to finally moving them. God, do I have to wait for this again? Why do the Chorfs always take so long? You know what? I've got an answer for that. Where did I put that little tube I got from South Africa? I now put it around here somewhere. What do you mean you don't want me to play the damn thing? And there you go. Unfortunately, thanks to that wild kick suddenly, well, it's nothing really good there. And the Chorfs get to re-maneuver into what they think is a more opportunistic position. Now, at this point here, let's be blunt. They're hoping they can knock someone down, maybe break something, but preferably they'd like to get something, you know, off on another injury. Fails the claw. Now, this is where it's really critical there. If you're the Nurgles, you really, really do want to get the foul to actually work. Oh, look. Oh, he's got another one down. See, now you've got all these players nice and surrounding in. Pick your poison and do a great and wonderful thing. There you go. Here comes the boot. Does it actually work this time? And well, so much for that. That did absolute sweet bobkas. Welcome to halftime. And it's 1-0. This halftime, of course, brought to you by Nurgle King. It just tastes rotten. So, there we are. The beginnings. First half. Chorfs barely get that one in. And have paid very dearly for that one. Team is retiring here. And let's see what these buggers can actually do. So, is this a bad drive? Let's take a look here. Nurgle is coming in with a pretty good solid roster of 10 players. Oh, it looks like they both come in with 10. Now, let's see what happens here. Well, here we go. High kick. Anyone not attack zone? Let's go get that ball. So, it's a good start for Nurgle. Neither KO recovering. Kind of unfortunate. They would have liked getting either one of those players back. But you know what? You make do with what you got. Meanwhile, front line. Now remember, he's got the wizard. So the Nurgles have got to make sure. Best play.
Silence! I kill you!
Well, it's only a stun, unfortunately. But you'll have to make do with that. You got to start moving. You can't wait on this one. You got to start making this an aggressive drive. You got to stun. Good. It's not an aggressive drive, lad. Well, we'll see. Maybe he's waiting for something else spectacular to happen. Don't blame him, really. And that's it. So, he's basically waiting for a counterattack. All right. Well, if I was the Chorfs right now, I'll be delighted because it gives me a chance to get some players back up and start re-maneuvering. Of course, mind you, this lad's still running. He's doing a great job. Where's he going? Oh, there he is. Quite solid hit. Down he goes. And absolutely no surprise, he's quite done and he's quite injured. Well, we knew that was going to happen.
Crap! Hulk! Smash!
And that means, unfortunately, well, he's in the back end just the way he likes it. And now he's spinning too. Well, that's now changed the numbers game here. And now suddenly the Chorfs are looking, going, you know what? It's not so bad now. It's 10 on 9. Well, so far, Fluffy has been rather consistent. Does what he has to do. Marks up 2 players. Now, what are you thinking here? Alright. His figuring is here, he's got all these dwarves here, they're going to move slow, so let's try and swing the offense this way. It's not a bad idea. Push me, push you, and he re-rolls it into more push me, push you. Well, that didn't work, did it? And he moves himself out. Okay. Come on, cameraman, get back to where you're supposed to be. There you go. See, that's the problem, these buggers. They always move too bloody slow going somewhere. Just saying. That makes the easy break tackle. Here's the smash in. And he's got it. Down he goes, and you see where that lad's going. You got it right there. Brings in the other hobgoblin. Alright. Now, pausing up on this one here because you're about to see something that's, well, you decide if someone made the right decision. Notice what skills he got. Stand firm. Roll. He's rolled 2 red. So, what do you think is going to happen? Why? That's all I can say. Because now you've allowed this hobgoblin to be freed up. You do not want him freed up. You stay there, there's a good chance he can't dodge away. So let's see where this hobgoblin actually goes. And there you go. It's a solid smashdown. Fluffy's had to come back to now cover this to give him the extra assist. Good solid hit. Down he goes. He now has to do the blitz away here. Oh, look, he's got him done. And really, that's the only safe spot he can go. I know, shouldn't be. Right, here we go, pausing up again. Yes, I know you're getting annoyed at this, but this is where we're going to point out something here. So this is likely going to be the person coming in here, because you let this one free. He's basically got it covered. He can kind of come over here, but he's not critical, because he only has, well, he's got wrestle, 1 die. I'm not so panicked about that one. Has to do a wee bit of maneuvering to get there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, go. Just down to 1 reroll? Sure. This bastard you got to worry about because he's strength 4. And he's got tackle. So you better mark him up, right? Now, you tell me, you think I'm right on that? You got to really mark him up. Well, something like that's going to happen. Well, let's find out. Here's my question, why? Yes, he's tried to cover for that. Okay, I get it. But you've got no one marking him. And that was an easy markup. Otherwise, he has to do a lot of creative things with these dwarves to get 1 die into him. He can now just come over here, no go for it, mark him up, and blast through, still 2 dice on you. You haven't marked him up. But when he was there, he can mark up here. Okay, I've said my piece, lads. Just me thought it was the first thing I observed, and I'm still wondering why that play was made. Well, here's a reroll. He gets there away. And now you're about to discover something horrible is about to happen. Absolutely horrible. Right into an entry. I'm so sorry about that one. Doesn't regenerate. All comes down to positioning one play, because now it forced him to bring someone else out. Maybe, or he was thinking bring him here, but you wouldn't need to have done that if you had that bugger down here in the first place. Then you could have stayed there and kept them pinned and not even had to risk the dodge. Let's see what happens, lads. He re-rolls it, he gets there. And you saw it right there. It's a hit. It's an injury. He makes the regeneration, but I don't think it matters at this point here. Congratulations. It's a sun tip of 2 players. 10-7. Can the Nurgles dig this one out? We'll find out. 1 die block. Once again, successful. You see, this is the problem here. A 1 die block against a Nurgle player, especially with foul appearance, is actually a 1 in 3 shot of failing. You make the disturbing presence, you now have another die you have to roll. Odds are 1 in 3. You should either roll 1 or a 1. He's getting lucky. I hate to say it. That's the statistics. You don't want a one-die block, foul appearance. Even if you do have block chap. Anyway. Solid smash away. He survives. Of course he does. Solid smash it. Well, at least you have freed up Fluffy. Where's Fluffy going? Well, now he's moving back to mark the ball. It's not a bad idea. He makes the dodge away. He's really trying to get rid of this stupid bastard. Well, he got him. And now here's the great attempt. Pick up the ball. Chooses not to re-roll that. Not surprising. Well, it's not over yet. He still has several turns. Still got 4 turns. You're in half. But you're really dealing with a numbers problem at this point here. And you're dealing with lots of God. Solid it. And he comes, makes the go for it, alright. So far, you now see it. Chorfs have only had to use 1 reroll. Now he remembers stand firm. Here's the charging blitz. See, now here's the crazy part. No, really. Crazy part. This might have been one time you might have actually thought stand firm. You don't want to use to see where you get pushed to. Now, admittedly, it's not perfect. You can pick any one of the 3 squares. And I can see why he's staying there, because you want to use tentacles to force him. If he dodges away, he has to get through several zones. And yeah, you saw that right. Makes the tentacles, makes the dodge, makes it. These are all high roll dodges. He's not even having to use break tackle to re-roll it as agility 4. Even with a 4 agility, these are not easy dodges. And you can see it, he just made all of them. He's rolled 5s the whole way through. But he still can't pick up a ball.
Overtime.
Well, that's what he's hoping for. Nurgle's not out of it yet. Now, again, yes, I know, stupid balls up again. You're down to a lot of reduced situations. Alright, face it. This is where you're going to hate the suggestion, aren't you, lads? Yes, he's got to get the ball. I know that. Fluffy's got to start throwing a couple of blocks. I know he doesn't want to, but he's got to throw a couple of blocks. And you know what he needs to be in position to do? Stop pushing the dwarves around. This is the one he's got to hit. So he gets rid of him. Suddenly gives him all kinds of opportunities to get the rhythm in over here. And he can focus, get this, and get the bloody ball. At least that's my thought. I could be wrong. Goes for the solid punch down there. Frees up a player. Good play. Where's Sunshine going? It's going there. Okay. Now do you see why I suggested Fluffy hit there? And if it's just a pushing, it's in there. Now suddenly, you moved him away. This lad could then hit 2 dice and get rid of him. Then at least got 2 people sitting on the ball anyway in position. Maybe. Makes the dodge away. Still can't pick up a ball. Well, he said this was going to be easy there, and you can see, yep, he makes it. All his rolls are there, 6, pick up 1, of course. And he's saving this one precious reroll. When it gets closer to the end, he's just absolutely got to get the play. Meanwhile, the 1 Bull Centaur is just doing the lion's share. Yeah, you see it double skull, so it's as you saw from the first injury, it's not completely his way. It's just where the dice are falling. Distribution, as someone's putting it out to me. And again, 1 die block, 1 in 3 fail, and he gets it again. He's getting an awful lot of those. Oh, look, finally 1 goes back-ass backwards. And yes, for you noting, that was the second 1 in 36 that turn. So sometimes it does go a little wrong.
That was easy.
So, here we go. Can he somehow rescue the situation? Well, there's the reroll. Has to be used. It's a push. Where's the ball going? Sights onto the ball. Puts him into Fluffy. Well, then Fluffy's going to jump on this little rat bastard and see if he can do what for. Fluffy's guarding the ball. Ball would have been great if it landed in Fluffy's hands or tentacles. It's not a bad position.
You are so small! It's funny to me!
Well, he finally gets a KO. As you've noticed, first half he did damage, but this half, nothing. Instead, it's been all the other way. Meanwhile, Chorfs get right back to work. They do notice this is the player they've got to hit. Well, they've got him all right.
How could this happen to me? I made my mistakes, got nowhere to run. The night goes on as I...
Alright, enough of that music. Anyway, we got the idea. And now here we go. Can he get the ball? He's got it. And then, of course, he finally runs into tentacles doing their job. And I hate to admit it's a little bit late. Yeah. For want of a one play. Sometimes that's what it all comes down to, lads. You can play a beautiful game, you make one mistake, and that's it. Oh, I hate to say it. Sometimes actually all it can be. Fails the dodge. Not really much surprising, of course, that's a stun. And the turn's ticking away, and you can see there, one turn left out of range. Lads, you're looking at it right here. There's the lightning bolt. And of course it misses.
Oh my god, who the hell cares?
Now he gets the last hit into Fluffy. Here's the smashing little blitz. Trying to round this out here. It's got to push me, push you. Fine. More marking on the ball because it doesn't matter. Now foul appearance finally kicks in. And of course he fails the dodge.
Work complete.
It's like someone would say statistically, he starts failing dice when it no longer matters. Well, you gotta be good, you gotta be lucky, and I can see why last turn, that unfortunately is it. So there you go, the final score, it's 1-0. And yep, that's right, the Chorfs are going on to the finals. Yeah, that's right. Chorfs are actually going on to the finals. Yeah, I sound so bloody excited, don't I, about that one. So, well tried, Storm. Yeah, I can get it. One mistake. You're now going to look at this cast and you're going to hate me because I've singled out the one error that then led to the next error. And then, well, there it goes, unfortunately. I thought you actually had him. It was looking promising. But sometimes, you gotta be good and you gotta be lucky. And that's what you got for your finals, lads. So, thank you all for an interesting season. With any luck, we might even be able to see you here on the finals coming up. That might be either this weekend or in some other time actually coming up. One can only help, can't we? Alright, so, next time, Nuffle, bless your dice. Otherwise, well, this is going to happen.
Ha ha ha!